So right, the heirloom is I can click it. Okay, there. The heirloom is my heirloom would be, since I have two heirlooms, right? So I have two heirlooms because the game will only allow you to equip two heirlooms on your toon or this guy here, right? For now, there's no helmet heirloom or boots for now, I think. So I have two heirlooms. So what you want is to give your heirloom a dex or an agi, or it depends on you guys, but more of you need an agi is because let me show you guys the transfer. Okay, it's loading up, it's lagging up. Where's the Wi-Fi? Oh my god. Okay, let me wait guys. Wi-Fi. So okay, we're back. So let me just show, not this one, let me just show you the transfer guys. Okay, and where's the guy? Okay, this guy here. Okay, so mainly you need an agi, or you need an agi because of the transfer. You need 30%, 30%, 30 on agi, and 22 on strength on the Blademaster, right? But we're, we don't need to increase our strength yet. We need to increase our agi first for our assassins. So if you want to um, what you call this, change the other stats on your heirloom, is it's if either you want to put on the strength or dexterity. Okay, so that's why I said you often need an agi, right, on the heirloom, and the other one you choose between dexterity and strength, right, on the heirloom, because the heirloom is built to help your toon or your character here. Excuse me guys, this guy here, to move on quickly on the tiers or the class tier or the job class, right? So the earlier the better, the like, and this guy is level 1, right? So he's fresh guys, so he doesn't have, he's fresh, right? I don't need to explain that, I think. So like yes, I can transfer this guy to the scout. That's a tier 2 job class, the scout. So let's just transfer this guy here. So I will have a bonus of plus 5 agi and dexterity 3 one with. And I don't I you won't carry over those bonuses. It just applies on the scout, like this one, the assassin, right? It will give us plus 5 um agi and plus 6 dexterity later when we transfer. That's later, not before. Okay, so that's a common knowledge. Anyways, I'm just saying. So oops, so that's the idea there guys. um, you need a fresh unit also to build a good BM. So the earlier the better. Like the earlier you transfer your toon, like level 1, if you can transfer your level 1 toon to tier 2, or much better it if you can transfer it to tier 3 already, the assassin. If you manage to do that, like I only miss 1 point of agi guys to really transfer my tune. So it, for me, it would be the best thing to happen if maybe I will just reset my heirloom, I think. But before that, before I will talk about the resetting heirloom guys, that's the idea here on the transfer. Okay, so you get the idea guys, it's pretty simple, right? um so also, once you get, if by the way guys, if you don't happen to have a heirloom, or you have a poor stats build up, right, like I already have 25 dex and 29 agi. So if you have a poor build up tune, like the stats parameter, or I mean the potential, it's the same. If you have a poor potential, like it won't reach B, here, like I was saying earlier, B on strength, B on dex, B on agi, the average, and a little bit of it. So if you don't have those, the triple B and a D on the vitality, at least you get a D. E won't would be bad for the dex. I mean, um, if you have a triple B on this side of the potential and you have an E here, that would be a bad potential for a Blade Master. So it's not recommendable. You will get one tap or one hit by a mage if you have an E vitality, even if you have a Agi, because mage doesn't uh, um, the magic damage doesn't, you can't deflect, the damage, the magic damage, guys. So you will just need to increase your vitality to survive that magic, right? That the common magic. But if the enemy will cast magic, right, like a whirlwind, you could probably get one hit. But you can avoid that, where it's easy to avoid the whirlwind, guys. Just don't let the enemy charge up their energy. Just kill the mage early before it gets the energy. Because when you get the when the that mage get the energy, will your blade master will die fast. It will get one hit. So blade master is ideal for tanky and for melee. And also the blade master can tank the range as well. Just if you have like higher agi, the better on um, the blade master, the blade master that will build that we are building. Okay, so that's it for the blade master, I think. So oh yeah, the idea of transfer, by the way. If you don't have a good potential on your tune, but you have the triple B, the strength, dex, and agi on your tune, and a little bit on the vitality, let's say C. Okay, so it's still good if you haven't reached the scout to transfer. It's still a good tune or a character to build that character to a blade master. Okay, you just simply need to get this dex and agi faster. So like, take care of your leveling, guys. Like, just give one level at a time or two levels at a time, because the increase on your dex and agi when you have a good potential, like right, when you have a good potential, like it's S and this is S, the when you level, I think if you have an S, it will give +2 or probably +3 on your S potential. So the idea is, take care of your leveling. Just level up one at a time, right? Don't waste the bonus on level ups. Okay, so level up one at a time. So just fight the level 15 mobs, just level slowly, guys, to build your ideal BM. You really need to take care of the leveling. So once you've done that and you have reached the dex plus 10 and ig plus 10, quickly transfer to scout, right? And then once you get um, the transfer requirement on assassin, quickly transfer to assassin, right? So overall, if you have an A like this guy, I think when you reach, like, I already can reach the scout. If you reach level 10 or level 15, you will have at, like, I can only just in level 2, I can already transfer to assassin, guys. So just the advice here is just quickly transfer to the third tier 3 of the class, right? So once you are on that tier 3, like let's say you are in tier 3, right, the assassin, and let's say you reach level 5. So once you reach that assassin or level 5 on the assassin, so transfer on the assassin and level your assassin to level 40. Okay, so level 40 is ideal transfer, the final transfer for blade master, or you can extend it to level 45 before you transfer to your blade master. So it's your decision, guys. But the ideal transfer would be 40, but it's your decision to extend that level to get more of the dexterity on the assassin. It's because um, the assassin, or I mean the blade master, doesn't give you the dexterity, right? So it only depends on agi, and or it only will give you strength and agi. So you need to build your dexterity, because dexterity will it is the critical, right? Dexterity is the, what you call that, is the one who deals on critical. So you need a dexterity to also increase your critical rate on the blade master. So it's also important to, it's also important to hit the enemy. So like dex is affects hit and crit, so you need that, guys, right? So I think we're done here on the, oh my god, oh my god, come on, okay. Okay, so we're done there. Let me just talk about the heirloom, like I was saying earlier, guys, right? The heirloom reset. So like I missed one point on Aji, right? So like you can break down your, like, oh my god, go to blacksmith, click breakdown. You can break down your heirloom. Where's the heirloom? Like this judgment here. So you can break it down and you will get back, even if it doesn't say breakdown may get materials, even if it doesn't say here that the soul crystal, even if it doesn't have an indicator of getting your a soul crystal, you will get a soul crystal back, guys. I don't want to reset this yet, guys, because I'm using it. But let me give you an example, maybe. Oh, never mind. But it's wait, it will take some time. It will take more time, guys. So I want this video to be shorter, but as possible. So that's why let's not do that. But what I'm trying to point here is you can break down your reset your stats here, and by breaking down your heirloom, if you don't want this build up here on your heirloom stats, you can break it down to reset this stats here. Of course, this heirloom will be reset to level 1, right? And all you can get a little bit of random materials here. So, and of course, the sword will break. I think I don't remember well, but I think the sword will break, and you will lose the sword. Is what I mean. Just buy another, just buy another sword, guys. It's like 2K, 3, I think, or 4, but it's affordable later on. So that's okay. Just break it down to reset your heirloom, right? So let's go back to the guy a little bit. Do we do I miss anything? Okay, let me check. So that's my heirloom. By the way, if you want to know how to build the heirloom, the stats of the heirloom, guys, so let me explain that a little bit on that. So how to build stats of the heirloom is easy, guys. So this is an easy. This is just quick. So it depends on your attributes overall. So you have a bloodline, I mean a potential here, right? So once you level up, you will get an amount on your potentials. So since let's say this is let's take this as an example, this guy here. So this guy here has an A on Agi and A on Dex. So when this guy level up, of course, it's automatically will give more dexterity in Agi, right? So how heirloom works is it depends on your attributes. So the higher your attributes on this here, I mean in all 6 of your what you call this attributes, that's where your heirloom, when your heirloom level ups to I think level 3, I think, or 2 or 3, that's when the heirloom will give you the first stats, okay? um, so the it will the game will read what stats or what attribute is higher first. So when your heirloom reaches, let's just say level 3, guys, okay? And then let's say this guy, and this is your stats on when your heirloom reach level 3. So my agi is higher among the rest, right, among the other attribute. So it's not naturally will give me an agi, and the next would be the next, I think it's level 5, when then where the next stats will appear. I think level 4 or 5. I think it's level 5. So the next is when you level up your character. um, let's say we reach level 20 something, or maybe 30 or 40. Let's just say like that. And the next stats, since you have already registered the agi stats on your heirloom, so it won't count. And the game will count the next higher stats on your total attribute. So let's say you have higher attribute on dex, let's say just 50, okay, and the rest is 20. So it's normally will register the dex as the highest, second highest stats. Okay, guys, so that's kind of long explanation, but you get it, right, guys? So that's why I have a dex and an agi to stretch on the agi. I think if you want to stretch more on the agi, if you reach plus 7 on the, if you want to, your agi to get higher than the other stats, I think the idea there is you need a higher, much higher than um, say 70 agi, because the idea is you need an S or a double S to increase that heirloom's probability to get higher agi, right? So I only has plus 6 and plus 4. By the way, um the level, the first upgrade of heirloom is, the total upgrade would be level 10. Okay, so the total stats you will get is plus 10, divide into two stats, right? So but the total is, oops, the total is 10. Okay, so keep in mind that the total is 10. Okay, so that's the idea on the heirloom, guys. So I think I'm going to reset my heirloom later on in the game. I will try to increase my agi to plus 7 and dex to plus 3. So when I give my tune the heirloom to build another Blademaster, I'm going to really get that transfer like we talked about earlier. Like the transfer here, the transfer requirement, right? Okay, let's just click this. You can just click this. You can just see the transfer requirement. Like the total, what's that? Like this total. Oh, this total, the plus 30 and the plus 22 dex. So this is a bad example. Just let's just, that's a bad example. Let's give this a proper example, okay? So like this one, I only lack plus 1 point on agi. So I need one agi. So that's my point there on trying to reset my heirloom to reach this tier 3 transfer on the assassin from level 1. So okay, I think that's all for it on this heirloom on the Blademaster. So lastly would be